Thank you everyone for showing up for our member show entitled Recharge. I want to at first acknowledge that we live, work and play on the unceded territory of the Silix Okanagan Nation, and we're honored to be allowed to do so. For this evening, ordinarily we would have an artist talk by the artist doing a solo exhibit in the main gallery. However, because this is a member show and there's some over 30 artists who have their artwork in here, we thought it might be more appropriate to have our featured member give an artist talk. So without any further delay, I'm going to invite Wanda Vincent, our featured member, up here to the front to give a little talk, and feel free to make her feel welcome and to ask lots of questions. Wanda.
Hi. So this is my very first artist talk. So
Whoa.
I've written it out. Yeah. So I loved art when I was in high school. I took every class I could, everything, including interior design. And then I graduated, and then life happened, and art got put on the shelf. I still loved decorating the house and changing it around and doing all that, but time went on. But then after some losses that my husband and Joe and I went through, we were looking at an activity that we could do together so that, to get our minds in a good place again. And then one day my coworker mentioned just getting a little thing of watercolor and going out and painting. And it's like, why did I never think of going out painting on a small piece of paper before? I just never did. And so on April 2nd, we started our painting journey. April 2nd, 2023, we started our painting journey. Yeah. And so that was the first day we went out, and it felt so wonderful just to put paint on paper, and I played, and I will not show you that picture because it was awful. But yeah, it was wonderful to be painting again. I played with the colors, and then after that we went to different locations, in Vernon and Kelowna and Penticton, and just sat in the car and painted because we weren't brave enough to get out of the car in front of people. And then we watched a lot of YouTube as well, and we came across Toby Urban Sketch, and that really, his painting particularly drew my attention because it was loose, it was fun, it was something I'd never tried before, like that style, because I always tried to do it realistically, and I was getting frustrated with that. And then he mentioned in his videos not to worry about the mistakes, just work them in and have fun. And I thought, I can do that. I make lots of mistakes. And that was what I needed to hear. And from there, I just took off in a totally different direction than I'd ever thought of doing with my art. And what I do is I just find joy in painting. I find joy in the colors because I love colors. I got in trouble in kindergarten because I would not share my red crayon with one of the other students in class. So, that has never left me, the joy of color. And so, yeah, what I love doing, I love finding joy in and adding to a scene or taking away from a scene and just changing it completely, or just using my imagination. And I just encourage you all to find beauty in that, just the normal, ordinary things in life. And I will leave you with my second painting. This is what I did April 3rd, 2023. It's quite different.
Oh.
Yeah. So if I can do this, you can too. But yeah. Do you have any questions?
I've got a question for you, Wanda. The pictures that you draw of your urban sketches, are they of particular buildings locally, or are are they from your imagination?
Most of them are from imagination. Some are, none of these are local. Yeah, most of them are imagination. That one was from England. And those are a type of house in England as well. Yeah.
Do you still have a favorite color?
Red. And yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Were you inspired by any particular artist on your path forwards? Did anybody move
Yeah.
in your direction?
Toby from Sketch Loose on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, he's from England, and he does urban sketching. He does crooked lines and stuff.